Hello everyone. Yes students, till our previous class we had done all the basic introduction of cell organelles. Have you all learned that basic structure? Yes, which is very important for your exam point of view. You have to understand the basic function of all the cell organelles and their names, and different cell organelles which are whether present in plant cell or animal cell. In this way, you can easily answer the difference between plants and animal cells also. Yes, students, if you have any doubt in the understanding of cell organelles, you can call me on my personal number. Now, students, let's move forward towards the organization of the organism. Yes, organization in the living world. As you all know that cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Clear? Many cells are combining together to form tissues. Many tissues are combining together to form organ, and many organ combining together to form an organ system. You will be wondered by knowing that in human beings there are 11 organ systems are there. See, digestive system you have studied, excretory system you have studied, respiratory system, circulatory system, nervous system, etc. Total number of systems which are present in human body is 11. Just think about them. Later on I will tell you. Yes students, see, read this slide. Cell, smallest unit that can carry out life activities. Tissues, group of cells working together to form specific job. Organs, group of tissues working together to form a specific job. Organ system, group of organs working together to perform a specific job. You all know about organ system. See, just recall the digestive system of previous class. You all know that various organs are connected and performing different functions to complete the digestion of food in your body. Clear everyone? Similarly, organs responsible for this that stomach. Clear? And tissues, see, number of tissues are present which are working for peristalsis, which are working while we are sucking or secreting the juices or we are taking in the food. Different type of tissues and cells, so definitely they are involved. Yes class. Yes students, I am taking the example of digestive system again and again because this is the only system you people are familiar with. Yes, now we are going to study about some plant tissues. Later on we will study about some animal tissues also, but now some plant tissues, some important plant tissues. See students, the one is epidermal tissues and the other one is conducting tissues. Epidermal tissues, the tissues which are present on the outer surface of the plants, is known as epidermal. See, whenever we are talking about the layer, about the topmost layer, that is epidermis. Yes, it means why we are calling it as epidermis, because that layer is made up of cells, number of cells connecting together to form the tissues, and the name of that tissues is epidermal tissues. Found in outer lining, known as protective tissues. Yes, this is the thick layer of tissues which is protecting the body, the internal soft tissues or cells. See, they are hard enough, they are protecting the internal tissues which is present in the body. Yes class. Now later on, the conducting tissues. Yes, conducting tissues. Yes, you all know about the conductive tissues which we have studied in 7th class, xylem and phloem. xylem cells, phloem cells, which are present inside the plant and are help in the transportation of water, minerals, foods, etc. So the function of transport of water and mineral is performed by xylem. And yes, you all know that these are why we are calling them as connective tissues, because number of cells are connecting each other and forming a chain and transferring, as one material which is present in a single cell is getting transferred the upper cell, and later on it will get reaches up to the top by transferring, by establishing a connection between one cell to the other. See, similarly, all cells are connecting and doing a particular job. That's why they are known as conducting tissues, as they are conducting some function. Clear? All the time. They are involved in transporting the water and minerals to different parts of the body from the roots. So it means that function is conducting by these tissues every time. That's why. Now the next one is phloem. Phloem. See, these are also the conducting tissues, as they are also conducting some function. Leaves are preparing food, but energy is required by roots also. So that energy which is produced by leaves are transferred from leaves to the roots, to different parts. That transfer of storage food is done by phloem cells. That is the function of these conducting tissues, that is xylem and phloem. See, here I am going to show you the internal structure of stem, microscopic structure of the thin slice of stem. See, different types of tissues are present. The outermost layer, which is formed by epidermis, and internally two types of cells are present, that is xylem and phloem. See here, this is an epidermal layer forming the outermost covering, and internally, see, by seeing this structure, it is also clear that different type of cells are present in the body. In your next classes, you will study about the different types of cells also on the basis of their shapes. Clear? See here, one name is written, that is parenchyma cells. This is just because of their shapes, thin-walled parenchyma, just because of their properties. Later on you will study it in, I think in 9th class, you will study about parenchyma cells. Clear everyone? Now some animal tissues, epithelial tissues and connective tissues. See, epithelial tissues. Again, in plants, epidermal layer is the outermost, and in animals, epithelial tissues are the outermost covering. Here they are writing, forming outer and inner covering of the cell. See, outer covering, that is our skin, and the inner covering means the outer covering of organs. Clear? Whatever the organs present in our body, they are inside, and they are also having some outer body. See? So that's why the outer covering of the organs is also formed by epithelial tissues. Now connective tissues. Tissues that connects and binds the different tissues and organs together. See, the tissues, the cells which are forming a connectivity, which are forming or covering the whole space, whatever is present inside the body is covered by some tissues that are known as connective tissues. Again, the meaning of the word connection means the connectivity, a chain which is formed by these tissues. Now, the tissues that connects and binds the different tissues and organs together. Example of these connective tissues are bones, blood, cartilages. Yes. You are familiar with bones, blood. Now, what are cartilage? See students, cartilage. When bones are joining together, number of bones are connecting. The space of between the two bones is filled by cartilages. Clear? Okay. Now I think some tissues of plant and animal cells is clear to you all. Now let's come towards your class work, that is hot question number 3. As we have done all the short questions, long questions and rest of the hot questions also, only hot question number 3 is left. Just write down this question in your notebook. Imagine that the positioning of leucoplast, chromoplast and chloroplast changes, and now they present in flower, leaf and root respectively. What changes will you observe in the plants? Yes class, what do you understand by this question? See, leucoplast, these are the three types of plastids. Clear to you all? Leucoplast means the colorless part of the plant is having this type of plastid. Chromoplast, the brightly colored part of the plants, that is flowers, fruits, etc. And chloroplast, definitely it is the leaves part, which is green in color. Clear? So, if the position of these plastids will change, now they are present in flower, leaves and roots. See students, as they are using the word respectively, means whatever they are saying, that in flowers leucoplast will present, in leaves chromoplast and in roots chloroplast. If roots will become green in color, then definitely they will not get sunlight because roots are lying inside the soil. It means photosynthesis will not take place. Similarly, if flowers will become of green color, so definitely stomatas are not present in flower. That's why no exchange of gases will take place in the flowers. And what will happen? The flowers will be of green color only, and definitely the pollination will get affected. See students, plants are having beautiful flowers to attract the insects so that they can transfer the pollen grains from one place to another. So if plants will not attract the insects, then what will happen? Definitely they will be unable to perform the pollination also. And then the leucoplast, roots are colorless and they are working for the storage of food. It means that will also going to be affected, because whatever the food will get stored, it will be observed by the insects or microorganisms which are present inside the soil, and they may affect the storage part. This is just an explanation of this answer, and I think you people are able to write the answer by your own. Still, I am going to give you some language. Now write down the answer. If the position of plastids will change, then function of plastids will not be proper. If the position of plastids will change, then function of plastid will not be proper. Plants will not be able to perform photosynthesis, pollination, food storage, etc. Now students, do you want to discuss the answer of MCQs? Okay, let me discuss. Let me tell you. Wait. Yes students, open your books and follow the answers of multiple choice questions which I am going to tell you. Yes, the first question is, a thin section of a specimen is taken for viewing it through a microscope. Because why we are taking the thin section? Beta, because so that the image will get clear. Otherwise we will be unable to see the image, because light will not transfer from one side to the another. And if the material is thicker, then what will happen? Light which is following on the lower side of the slide will not transfer on the next side, and it means the material will become opaque, and we are unable to view the object clearly. That's why if the answer is light cannot pass through thick objects properly. Option C. Clear everyone? Now cytoplasm occur in all the cells, whether they are prokaryotic or eukaryotic. Now plasma membrane, beta, as we have discussed about the cell membrane is also known as plasma membrane, and you all know that the membrane is semi-permeable. Yes, semi-permeable, you can call it as selectively permeable. Permeable means permit few substance to transfer from one side to the another. Selectively, selective materials. Clear? We can call it as semi or selectively. Okay, now the next question is vacuole in plant cells. Yes, in plant cell the vacuole is larger. Okay, and what is its role? Definitely to store food, because a large vacuole is present inside the plant cells and it is working to store the food. Now next one is, which of the following organelle is called powerhouse of the cell? Yes, I think you people are able to answer. Mitochondria. Bacterial cells are prokaryotic as they lack nucleus, or maybe the option will be they have primitive nucleus. Means the thread of DNA is present which is playing the role of nucleus. Okay, the question can come in any form. Now the next one is, which among the following is our animal cell? Egg of an ostrich, xylem, red blood cell, juicy hair of a lemon. Which of the following is an animal cell? Beta, there are two options which are representing the animal cell. One is egg of an ostrich and the next one is red blood cell. As they are mentioning in the question is or are, means the answer can be one or two. Okay, that's why two options is the answer of this question. Now the next one is, in a freshwater unicellular organism, which organelle prevents the accumulation of excess water? Yes class, see, many organisms are living in the water, or we can say fresh water, but the water is not entering inside the cell. If the cell will become filled with water, then what will happen? The cell will die. It means something is protecting the entry of excess amount of water, and that is contractile vacuole. As they store whatever the water is entered in the body of an organism, the excess water, and what they do? They get contracted outside the cell. It means they can protect the cell by excess of water. Clear everyone? The answer is option A of 8th MCQ. Yes, now the function of epithelial tissues include protecting the exposed surface. As I told you that in plants the role of protecting the outermost surface, protecting the cover, protecting the surface of the plant is done by epidermis, epidermal tissues, and in plants it is done by epithelial tissues. Clear? Protecting the exposed surface. Option B is the answer of 9th question. Now 10th. Vascular bundles contain, as you have studied in 7th class also, vascular bundles, connective tissues is also known as vascular bundles. Yes, they are made up of xylem and phloem. Okay students, they are present in, vascular bundles are present in plants only. Okay students? Yes, this is the answer of all the multiple choice question. Okay students, now if you want we can discuss the answer of very short questions also. What is a cell? Yes, you all know the definition of cell. I think it is not important to tell you. Now write one word to describe the nature of the cell membrane. Yes beta, nature of cell membrane. Cell membrane is semi-permeable, or you can say selectively permeable. Thus Selectively permeable is the one word to define the plasma membrane. Clear? Now one in-text question that you have to think, that write one word to describe the nature of cell wall. Yes, outermost covering present in plant cells. This is the one sentence. Permeable membrane. Okay, the answer is permeable membrane. Now the next one is, what is the cell wall in plant cells made of and what is its function? Yes, beta. Cell wall is made up of cellulose and its function is to provide the support and rigidity to the plants. Yes. Now the next one is, what is the function of chloroplast? Beta, it is a green color pigment which helps in photosynthesis, present in the leaves part of the plants only. What is the basic difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotes? Primitive cell and one is advanced cell. Clear? Why we are calling it as advanced cell? That all the organelles which are present in our body or in other organisms in the structure of a cell are present in eukaryotic cell only, not in prokaryotic. Prokaryotic cells have some primitive structures. They are lacking of membrane bound organelles, whatever we have studied in this chapter, that these type of organelles are not present in prokaryotes. That's why that cell is a primitive cell, and this prokaryotic cell is present only in primitive animals, primitive organisms, that is some bacteria and blue-green algae. Clear, everyone? Now today our chapter number 1 get finished. So students, no homework for today. No homework. Clear, everyone? Okay, thank you.